Wolf, I said this going to break at the end of the first segment of the show. One of the things, and this is not, it's not new to last night. I don't want to make it sound like, oh, that one game changed everything. I just think it really drove the point home for a lot of people. There's talk that the Suns are going to blow things up this offseason, and it seems like pretty strong talk. It seems like more than talk. Within that talk is this idea among some that, okay, yeah, good luck. Maybe you can get rid of Beal if you can get him to waive his no trade. You're going to have to attach Ryan Dunn, though, to move him. If you want to do this, you're going to trade Kevin Durant for some draft picks. Cool. None of them are going to be anywhere near as good as Kevin Durant. So you have
Arizona sports. Breaking news.
Well, we can't trade anybody yet. What's the breaking news, Rick?
So this is from our own Alex Weiner, our D-backs reporter. Jordan Montgomery said he needs Tommy John surgery. So there's that. That's what he said. Alex said.
Oh.
Wow. Well, that just derailed my whole Ryan Dunn thought process.
Oh. Okay.
What? How?
Oh, man.
Where did that even come from? He had like
I don't even know I don't know what to say, man.
He had a finger injury.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be small.
Yeah.
Your finger's not Tommy John. He's pitched since then, and he was getting better.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man.
Okay.
This is okay. He needs Tommy John. Wow. Okay, Jordan Montgomery, the Jordan Montgomery era,
man,
has come to a close.
That is, I feel bad for the guy. I mean, Tommy John, like he was putting in the work this year. Whether he gave the Diamondbacks the best chance to win if he was in the rotation or not, I feel bad for the guy because he was putting in the work.
Yeah.
And you never want to see anybody have Tommy John anyway.
Boy, when we start talking about the most disappointing free agent signings in any sport here in the Basin, I think Jordan Montgomery's going to be right there. He's got to be maybe number one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, you can't blame this on him. It's just bad luck. But last year, yeah. Wow.
In terms of production and getting production out of that free agent signing,
not
man.
Breaking news I was expecting to hear. And when you said from Alex Weiner, Rick, I was worried this might be about another pitcher or something. You know what I mean? Just with how strange everything's been.
So Nick Bacoro just tweeted that he will have Tommy John surgery next week. So that's when it's going on down. That escalated quickly.
Yeah. It went from, okay, is he going to be a starter to, okay, he's in the bullpen to he's having Tommy John next week. All right. Well,
so I guess their seventh starter now is Tommy Henry if they need him.
Yeah. I mean, what are the ramifications of this? Not to just move on like Jordan Montgomery's Tommy John doesn't matter. I'm not trying to say that, but I'm just, what the ramifications are here. This is what everybody said, right? You think you have seven starters, somebody's going to get hurt. I think they were all saying probably going to get hurt for a couple starts, not Tommy John. I mean, this is career altering. But, okay, so now you have five starters and Ryan Nelson in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Which is a lot more, I guess, conventional.
Yeah. Wow. What a mess.
Well, that changes everything. Because even just like a few weeks ago when all his teammates were like, this dude's in great shape, like, look out, he's going to have the bounce back year. At that point, it was like, okay, well, if he has the bounce back year, you don't want to trade him. You want to have him as your 4 or your 5 starter. And then it was like, okay, he's not maybe showing it in spring yet. Then it's like, okay, well, can you trade him and get something? Because there are teams that are desperate for pitching because it seems like everybody has Tommy John now.
So now you're telling me that the Diamondbacks are on the hook for $22.5 million to pay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I don't know if that is any of that covered by insurance because he's hurt. I don't know how that works.
I don't either.
Let's get a legal expert in here.
We do.
Yeah. Here's legal expert Wolf.
Yeah. No, that's not going to work right there. This is stunning to me. It has quieted me. And the reason being is because, again, disappointment and talking about underachieving. I was blessed based on earnings to get as much as I possibly could out of what the Lord God had given me. And I went out there and I was able to give everything that I had. And so much of it was not good enough. It was not good enough. anytime I see somebody who's been gifted with special talent, I think Jordan Montgomery is one of those guys. To see them go out and underachieve to a point, signing this contract for the last 2 years, and to seeing what the Diamondbacks got out of him, it doesn't fill me with rage towards Jordan Montgomery at all. I have compassion towards him because nobody tries to go out there and stink. Nobody tries to go out there and underachieve. Nobody tries to do that.
This is just brutal on so many levels because one of the best things about sports is when you have that year that he just had, the redemption year after it.
Yeah,
and
it's one of the coolest things about sports
to
me.
And so whether that was going to be here or somewhere else, it was something to follow this year. It was something to pay attention to. And even honestly, even if, he came back at the start of this year and they moved him to some American League team and he didn't really have the bounce back year, at least you still get some clarity at that point. This is just like he doesn't even get a shot at it. Because now when he comes back, whenever that is, it won't be with the Diamondbacks, and he'll be trying to bounce back from an injury, not bounce back from this past season. So, man, just a rough run for Jordan Montgomery in Arizona, like to the nth degree. I mean, this is a brutal signing, like you said, for both sides. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't ever want to be here again. This has not been a good 2 years for him. Last year, I would say self-inflicted. Obviously, this year, not.
I don't know enough about the surgery at all. I don't know enough about Tommy John. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to try to play one on the radio.
It's probably good.
I'm not going to do that. So I don't even know if it's a situation where you can look at Tommy John and say, you have an option of getting the surgery, but your case, you might actually be able to rehab it and get it back. I don't know if you have an elective on that. You know what I mean?
I think it depends on the person and the degree of the injury because we have seen some pitchers do that before and try to pitch through it. Or try to rehab it and then pitch through it and not have the surgery. Who was the pitcher? There was one a couple of years ago that did it. I'll look it up during the break. I think he was for the Yankees that did it.
There's so many guys that are just getting the surgery, though.
Yeah, now
in this era now, it's unbelievable.
It feels like it feels like every week you hear about. I mean, there's already a bunch of guys. Part of the reason we were talking about the Yankees wanting to trade for him is because Garrett Cole's having it. So it's
So is Jordan Montgomery electing to have it?
I don't know. I don't know how much of another option you really have.
Thanks for watching Wolf and Luke. Tap to see more and click the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.